I should be able to, have a 2-minute conversation in a library. So what's my
Yeah, well,
problem?
I think you were just caught off guard, right? I mean,
Right.
it sometimes can be difficult to switch into a language, especially if you don't have that much practice speaking with native speakers. And that happened to me a little bit, I think, in Romania recently, actually, where I was kind of where was I? I was at a bar with some friends, and all of a sudden they wanted to hear me in Romanian, right? But I had
Right.
been speaking for the previous hour in English and German, and they just turned around and said something very, very simple, but it just caught me a guard, and I didn't understand from the intuition. I
Right.
don't know, so I looked like a bit of a I looked a little bit slow, to say the least, in getting started. But I guess you just gotta. What's important is to just stay composed and just give yourself a few seconds to think, and
Right.
then just just start speaking. At least say something, even if it's wrong. Normally, the person will correct you. So then you'll get into the rhythm of speaking the language. I mean, I would have the same problem probably in. I would definitely have the same problem in Ukrainian. It can be a little bit tricky um, to speak it, especially if you're. It's only really in certain parts of the country, of course. In Ukraine, if you travel to Ukraine, for example, not everywhere is Ukrainian the lingua franca, the first language that people will speak to you on the street. A lot of times they will speak to you in Russian.
Hmm.
And because I speak reasonably good Russian and very little Ukrainian, it can be tricky then when I go to a part of the country where people speak Ukrainian in everyday life in restaurants on the street. And I don't have the words just so quickly to reply in Ukrainian. And then I start speaking in Russian.
Right.
And of course, they understand. They will reply in Ukrainian. But yeah, it would be better if I could just get those words out first. So it just depends on your comfort zone and what you've been used to. And if you're used to switching languages an awful lot, several times a day, it becomes less and less of a
Right.
task or a difficulty. Definitely, it's just. I think the important thing is to stay composed
Right. Take a
and not
deep
be
breath.
put off. Take a deep breath. I mean, it depends. There, it's more a spontaneous social interaction, right, in the library. But for example, I noticed a lot of, especially English speakers who are learning language, are very intimidated because they're in a country, for example, where English is widely spoken by the local population, and they go to order at the bar, and the people just reply in English to
Right.
them. This happens a lot in the Netherlands,
Denmark.
probably in Denmark. I've just been to Copenhagen. I don't know what happens in the rest of the country, and I don't speak Danish, so for me, it wasn't a difficult experience for myself. But there, you just gotta take a deep breath and just reply in the local language, right? I mean,
Yeah.